Hey everybody, it's Julie, and today I'm sharing about Avery Elle's brand new pigment inks. I love pigment inks. I have been a fan of pigment inks for a long time, and one of the reasons why I like them is that the colors are so rich and saturated, and I love the opaque finish on my paper surface as well as the very crisp impressions I get. They don't feather out. Another nice thing about working with pigment inks is they work on any type rubber stamp, whether it's rubber or clear photopolymer or vinyl. They're going to ink up beautifully, and I love the impression that I get with a pigment ink. Now, Avery Elle has come out with 15 gorgeous colors. They sent me a set to play with, and I feel so lucky that they're going to let me give away a set to some lucky winner, a complete set of all 15 colors on my blog. So please visit papertruffles.com and leave a comment on the Avery Elle post, and you'll get your name entered into the drawing. And somebody's going to be really thrilled to play with these inks because I know I am having a lot of fun with them. Now, I do have a card for you, just a quick, simple card. I'm going to start by creating a window into some wood grain embossed cardstock, and I'm using some removable tape there to keep my square die in place. Had to rotate it to make sure I was very straight and centered there, and we'll run that through the Big Shot. And then I'm going to put this onto a solar white card base. And I decided that I wanted to mat that layer, so I'm going to use my guillotine trimmer to trim off 1/8 inch off each of the long sides and then the short sides so that it stays centered, because if I only lopped off one side, then it'd end up not being centered. So we'll get that taken care of very quickly. And then I wanted to put that down onto my card base and trace the opening there with a pencil very lightly. And this will give me an idea of the space that I need to stay confined within. So I'm going to take the Mint to Be ink and ink up the largest stamp in a beautiful set also by Avery Elle called Modern Leaves. I love the contemporary look of this set. And I'm just going to ink that up with the Mint to Be. And I like to ink with my inks from above. I find I get a much more even coating of ink, and I don't tend to get blobs of ink down into the details of my stamp. So I get a much better inking, and I can easily see quickly that I've gotten full coverage there on my stamp. So that's one great thing about inking from above. You're going to get a lot of control there, and you'll avoid getting the details all blurred up with too much ink. So just something to keep in mind. So I'm just going to continue stamping my leaves here within the framework of my outline there with the pencil. I love this mimosa color. It's such a bright, happy yellow. And then once I'm done stamping all the images, I'm going to stamp right over the top with VersaFine black, Onyx black ink. And this is going to go right over the top, the little expressions, so that it's a very solid inking of black ink. And then I can go ahead and erase my pencil lines. I'm just using a white pencil eraser. And just go around the perimeter there, and then I can 3D mount the frame there to the front of the card using some pop dots. I like to have the dimension there. And then I noticed I had a stray mark of black ink there on the wood grain piece, and so I didn't want to discard it. So I took my X-Acto knife and the very tip of it. You can do this with dyed cardstock. It's not going to work on white core very well because you're going to scratch through the surface of the color that's printed on there, but it works awesome on dyed cardstock like the Card Shop cardstock and this wood grain embossed cardstock. So I also buffed it out there a little bit with my white eraser to kind of smooth it out, and nobody would ever know that I had a stray ink blob there. Totally disguised. Now, for just a little bit of extra glam, I decided I wanted to use my Into the Woods sequins by Lawn Fawn. I just thought it added a nice amount of bling and added glossy finish there. And I'm just going to use the glossy accents there to glue those into place with my tweezers. And the card is finished. I think this is a really sweet Thinking of You card that has just a nice little extra something and it's beautiful in those Avery Elle ink colors. Thanks for watching.